Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Hotel Architect. Welcome back to the Nerdenberg Hotel. I hope you're having a good one because I am so excited to be back. You guys seem to really enjoy the first part of this Hotel Architect series because now it is a series. And I'm glad because I'm really enjoying this game as well. So I figure at the very least, we can come back to Gothenburg. I can show you some of the changes that I've made because there have been quite a few. And then we can move on to Santorini, which is a totally new hotel with totally new challenges, some new types of guests, and it's going to be a really good time. But first, let's take a look at what's changed in Gothenburg. So I've made some changes to the restaurant. We still only have 5 tables, but that's totally okay. We now have 2 waiters, and in the kitchen, we have 2 chefs as well, which tends to speed things up a little bit. I also changed the layout ever so slightly to something that I think is ever so slightly more efficient. It's not super efficient. I've also just noticed, I think we need another stove because I'm pretty sure I just saw this chef right here complaining about not having a stove. Let me get rid of this. Let me call in the small construction team just to get rid of that stove. And then let me go ahead and duplicate this one into that spot. And that might be enough for us. In fact, I almost wonder if we want to try and move these into sort of the middle of the room right here, because you can have these really confined spaces and then maybe do something like this so that we have multiple prep stations going on, or maybe even something like this with the stove. No, I think they should be next to each other. I don't know. I don't know if they should be back to back or if they should be next to each other, but we'll do this and see how that goes, because it should mean that both of the chefs can now do prep stuff and can now do cooking stuff. And I don't know if this is a good layout, but that's what we're going for. We have 2 chefs, we have 2 waiters. We also have a bunch more cleaners. We have some more maintenance as well. And if we have a look in the reception, this right here, it's me. That's me right there is what that is. I am currently a level 6 receptionist, which is fantastic. My traits are nerd, key expert, and leader because I'm very self-centered. And basically I'm doing great as a receptionist, which I'm very excited about. I can bring my character forward into all of our future hotels, and that's going to be a really good time. Now, sticking with the kitchen for a moment and moving ever so slightly into the laundry room, I have upgraded some things in here. We now have a bit more space for the laundry room. I took over a little bit of the hallway up here, which means we now have 4 of the upgraded washing machines, which are a little bit faster than the normal ones. I also used some research points to upgrade our shelves, which means we can have bigger shelves in here for a bit more storage, which includes the sheet shelves over here as well. And then I did the same thing for the kitchen. So we have a larger plate shelf and a larger pantry. I don't think we necessarily need those in here right now because, let's be honest, the kitchen it's not that big. I'm also thinking the fridge could move over here and maybe the meat box could move over here as well. I don't know about the placement of those, to be totally honest with you. I know that there is like a process to this whole thing. You know, they go and they grab the ingredients, they go prep them, they cook them, and then they get a plate and then they serve them. So it's all a bit of a mess, but it's totally fine. I'm just excited about the upgrades that we have in here. And speaking of upgrades, we do have a lot more space upstairs now. I spent a lot of money, probably about $150,000 just building out this entire space, which includes some more bedrooms. It includes bedrooms with upgraded furniture as well, which is absolutely fantastic. It includes bedrooms with double beds and bigger bathrooms that have some showers and better, I guess, furniture in here as well. It includes a gym extension, which I think is great. This was originally going to be another little mini laundry room, but it is now a gym extension. And then we have another big room down here, which I could have put a double bed into, but I've noticed the double beds only seem to get booked by 1 person. So I figure it made more sense just to go with the single one right here. But this is a wonderful hotel. I love how it's turned out. I'm a really big fan of it. We have got up to 3 stars. We were only 2 in the last episode, and we did that by, I think, getting the gym to a really good place. Not 100% sure. And we're making money. In the process of building all of this, as we know, as we saw in the last episode, because of our upgrades, we can now get up to a maximum of $100,000 as a cash credit limit. So I went down to negative $99,900 and beyond. But I wasn't done building all of this. So I took a loan of $50,000 to finish all of this, and then I was able to pay it off. And now we're still making money. We almost have $50,000 right now. So we're doing really well. The Nerdenberg Hotel, I want to say, is a huge success, and that makes me very, very happy. I'm also wondering, I think the upgrade points carry forward, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to hold on to those for a moment, and we'll see what happens, because I think it's time to go to Santorini. And I've got to say, this place looks really cool, and I'm really excited to play around with this. I think it's going to be a great time. So, a warm welcome to Santorini. In the scorching Greek heat, keeping your hotel at a comfortable temperature is essential. A well-placed breeze or a perfectly chilled room can make all the difference for your guests. Speaking of guests, in this scenario, you should focus primarily on sunbathers and brats. Make sure to provide suitable rooms and activities to keep them satisfied. And of course, no great vacation is complete without a drink. That's why it's time to set up your very first bar, which gives us a bunch of bar furniture, which I'm very excited about. We'll take all of that. And look at that. You now have a bunch of new items available. I'm sure some of them will come in handy very soon. I'll leave you with the objectives needed to complete this scenario. So we need to research the air conditioners upgrade and place 2 air conditioning units in the hotel. Do we have upgrade points? We have 3. Okay, we can do that. We have air conditioners down here. We need to place 2 of them. We can totally do that. It looks like the upgrades are hotel specific as well, which is very interesting. So I'm immediately going to just increase my credit limit because that seems really important, and that's going to help me out in the long term. When it comes to air conditioning, it looks like we have some wall fans in here, which are probably doing really well for us. I'm sure that's totally fine, but I would like to, let's see, can we filter by temperature? We totally can. So we have these wall air conditioning units, which I guess can sort of fluctuate things a little bit. And by the looks of it, they're actually a really good upgrade for guest rooms because the fans are actually something that the guests don't like. So let's call in a construction team. Let me bulldoze or get rid of, I don't know if bulldoze is the right word for this. Let's get rid of the wall fans that we have in these rooms. Do we have rooms downstairs? We absolutely do. Okay. We don't have any air conditioning in that room whatsoever. So let's just take out you. I will keep them in the halls because I'm not really super concerned about that. I'll keep it in the staff room. I'll keep it in the laundry room because I'm not super concerned about that. But I'd like to get rid of all of those. And then I'd like to go in and I want to get my hands on some air conditioning units. Now we do have these standing ones, which I'm going to be honest, I don't love. I have several of these. I have the ones that are like put ice and water in it and it does all that stuff. I hate them. We're going to do this is what we're going to do. And I think I'm going to put it, I don't know, above the bed. It'd be cool if you could put it above the door, but I'm kind of thinking just, I don't know, right here seems fine. So right next to the door, right next to that door. I got a surf simulator. Interesting choice. Okay, very excited about that. Well done. I see that the next task on your to-do list is serving bar drinks. To make that happen, you'll need to build a bar zone, create a drink menu, and install the necessary equipment for your selected drinks. And of course, no bar is complete without a dedicated bartender. Okay, we can do that in a moment. I need to put more stuff in here. So let's do this and this. We'll do the same thing over on the other side. And that should make the rooms just that little bit more appealing for everybody, which is exactly what we're looking for. That should make people nice and happy, which is great. So I suppose when it comes to building a bar, I mean, I think my plan here for this hotel is to sort of go down the list of the objectives and then sort of more broadly mess around with the hotel and see what we can do. Now I'm noticing we have stairs right here. We have stairs right here. We have these gaps on either side. That's making me think that we can absolutely go upstairs here. And so I think this is where I would kind of like to build a bar, although I also don't know how big a bar needs to be. So we could build like a giant bar up here and then build more rooms sort of on this floor and this floor. That might be what we do. Oh man, this might be a lot of money, but I'm gonna What is that? 47,000? Oh, is that too big? That's way too big for a bar, right? That's gotta be, that's way too big for it. We have 8 rooms right now. This makes more sense, but you know what? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're committing to the bit. We're building this, and then maybe not the entire thing. Maybe we do something like this size for now, and that's maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe this size. That's 30. That's so much money, but we're doing it. We're committing. We're absolutely doing this. Let me go in and delete this wall and delete this wall. I would like to get the windows and everything on this place before we go ahead and open it up. So, or well, I say open it up. What I mean is, you know, get it built, I suppose. We'll do some windows here and here. We'll do some windows here and here. And we'll do a nice big window in the middle because that seems like it makes sense. We'll do some nice big windows on the sides over here because I want this place to feel nice and open. And then I do kind of think we could actually put a little bit of a wall in the middle. I think that would be nice. And we can put a lovely glass door on it, which I think is perfect. Yeah, I like that. The next thing we need is to eyedrop some stairs into this spot and this spot, which gives us access to this floor, which is, again, absolutely what we're looking for. And I think we'll put some walls around that just to sort of enclose the stairs a little bit, because that kind of makes sense. Now we have all this space up here to play with. We could probably get 2 rooms down here, which might not be a terrible idea, actually. They're going to be a little bit small compared to some of what we're dealing with, but we do have some slightly smaller rooms down here. So I think we can play around with this sort of look for these upper rooms. I don't want to waste the space, you know? And then at some point we can continue a hallway out here, get some rooms on either side of it. It'll be fine. This is a great looking little hallway. Let's just get some doors onto those rooms. And I think I've seen the hotel using, yeah, the dark wood for the bedrooms. Okay. I guess what we'll do is this, and we'll go for something that's kind of mirrored. And also we can put a bunch of windows in here, which I don't know if the guests are going to appreciate, but we're doing some windows on this. And then as a last little thing, we're going to put some material sites just up here so that my construction workers can do this a bit quicker. There are admittedly only 2 of them though, so we'll send them away. And I think just because I'd like this done quickly, we'll bring in the big team, which is a lot of money, but it's 12 of them. So this should get built in really no time at all. And we have to furnish all of this. We have to paint all of this. We have to put floors down. We have a lot of work to do here. So I think having the bigger team makes the most sense. I also think we're going to want to put 2 more sites in here because there's no way the 2 of them over there will be enough for all of this. But as soon as we get the floors into this space, which we now have, I can go ahead and say that this is a bar. The entire thing is a bar. This down here is going to be a bedroom. This is also going to be a bedroom. And that seems all right. I think we can work with that. This will be a nice little hallway, which I can work with as well. Do we have any sofas? We do. I would like to steal you. And I would like to put that sofa here and here so that we have some seating out in this hallway. I think that's important. And I think just because I want to make sure we're getting a bit of money, let's make sure that we're putting these bedrooms in first. So we'll grab all of the same furniture that we have in all of the other bedrooms. And I think the way we'll do this is, I want to say the bed, where do I want the bed to go? Right there? I mean, that's not a bad spot for it. It would be right by the window, which might be a little bit miserable. I could put it here, which is maybe not the best spot either. I could put it here. I kind of like this spot. I'm going to be honest. I like this as the spot for the bed. So we'll do the same on the other side. We'll kind of have these rooms mirrored. And then if we go and look at the rest of the rooms, we want to grab you, which is, yep, the base level wardrobe. And I think it's going to go here and here. And then obviously we also need the little case stand as well, which is going to go, I want to say here and here should be fine for the case stand. Now we have some other bits of furniture we could put in there. We probably want to get our hands on some curtains since we have got some big windows on this. So curtains here and here seem like a nice little addition. And I'm not too sure there's room in there for anything else. So the last thing we'll do is grab the floor for both of these And we'll also go ahead and get the wallpaper, which this time around is sort of a white and yellow, which I'm totally okay with. That seems like it'll be good. Those are some nice little bedrooms. And by the looks of it, my construction workers are done. So now we'll start grabbing the wallpaper from the hallway and we'll bring that up in here. We'll go ahead and do the same thing with the flooring, which is a nice white wood. And then the bar itself. Do we have any other... I've just noticed we have different materials in here. Ooh, they used like a... They used that same wood paneling that I used last time. Okay. All right, so we have a restaurant down here, which is using a nice combo of sort of wood and stone. I'm gonna start with the stone for the bar. I'm slightly tempted to use the darker version of it. No, I think the light one makes the most sense, actually. Everything in here I feel should be quite bright and pleasant. The building itself is quite bright and pleasant, so I think that's what we'll go for. The floor for the bar, I don't know if I want to go for the same dark wood. It doesn't look bad by any means, but I'm wondering, do we have anything that would be better? Almost that one I almost prefer. This one's quite dark as well. You know how I just said everything should be nice and bright and pleasant, and I'm now looking at like a black wood floor? Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be all right. And then for the walls, I think we might just go, I might just go for a concrete. Oh, that is concrete. Okay, no, the walls need a little bit of love is what they need. And I've just noticed that different wall papers or materials have different, actually, no, I think they're all +2 on their decoration. Oh no, some of them are expensive. Oh, wow. Okay, they do get expensive. Interesting. Like marble is a +5. How expensive would that be? 200 per? Do I want to make this a really luxury bar with marble walls? Sure. It was like 5,000 to do that, but that's all right. We'll go for that. Marble probably should have been the accent wall and not bricks, but here we are. This is apparently what I'm doing. Oh, and I totally forgot to put air conditioning in these bedrooms. Can I put it above that? Ooh, I like that. Now, admittedly, that is like clipping into that wardrobe, but it's so nicely out of the way that I'm kind of okay with that. So that we have, wait, why was that not painted? Let's just make sure that the walls in here are actually done, which they're now gonna be, which is great. I do think my construction workers, when they're done with that, are all gonna be idle, which again is totally fine because they're about to have stuff to do. So the drinks menu on this. If we look at the drinks menu, we have some options and we do want to make sure that our guests are happy. So we have backpackers and sunbathers. We do need to attract sunbathers. So whatever that drink is now on the menu. And then over here we have brats and we have business. Now we do need to attract brats. That is something we're looking for. The brats like these, the sporties like those. So let's put this on the menu and that's going to need a bunch of stuff. Interestingly, this one's very cheap. This one's very expensive, but it's okay. Okay, this is just, so now I'm just, now the word brat is just following. Okay. Okay. If I hover over that, no, it is. So it does change. It'll change to backpacker when I hover over a backpacker, but then it just changes back to brat. Okay. We're dealing with that for the episode, I guess. Let's see what we need. So we need a cash register. That's thing number one. I think the cash register, I kind of want to put it off to the side, or maybe front and center is the better spot for it. A beer tap right here seems like a great idea. A bar counter right here seems like a great idea. I would love a corner one. Yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. A nice little corner bar counter. That looks great. We can do a bar counter right here as well. And then we need a drink shelf. Now these guys, unfortunately, are going to have to go in front of some windows, which I don't love, but honestly, it's fine. This bar is going to look really cool. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a really cool looking bar. We could do some sandwich cabinets, which business and upper crust people are going to like. We could do a grape fridge, which is stocked with fancy grape juice. Okay. I don't know about that. We could do a soft drink fridge as well. I think we're good for now. I think we're all right. I think we're looking all right. I do want bar tables in here. I think that's important. So we'll do this. We'll do this. We can do, I guess, this and this. And then we really don't have as much room as I would have liked in here. This is a little bit cramped. I might have to sort of space these out slightly differently. So something kind of like that maybe, and then move this one into the corner, move this one into the corner. I don't know that we're ever going to need this many bar tables, but I'd like to make sure we have them in case we do need them. We're also running out of money, which is honestly to be expected. I kind of had a feeling that would happen. What I would like to do is get some tiles in here. I think some tiles underneath the bar would look really cool. I'm really tempted by like green marble, but it might be a little bit much. We could just do white marble tiles underneath this. That might also be a bit much. What do the regular tiles? They do nothing for us. I want tiles that are going to be like nice and decorative, you know? We have these guys. They're not great. We have like blue, really not that good looking. We have these marble tiles. I'm going to do these. We're doing the marble tiles. It's so expensive and it's so unnecessary, but it's good. We also need air conditioning in here before I forget to do that. So we'll go ahead and look for a nice little air conditioning unit. It can live on, let's see, this wall and this wall. I think that'll be totally fine. And I would like to get some decorations in here, but I also want to make money. So I think this will do just fine for now in terms of our bar. And as soon as this is built, as soon as everything's in here, which it now is, I think, yep, everything's in there. We can go ahead and dismiss my workers and we can hire somebody that can work in here, which is great for me because if we go to bartender, we have a custom character down here, which is one that I made earlier, something I don't get to say often enough. Level 2, Oliver Flowers. He's very good with grape juice. He's charismatic and he's a nerd. He's going to work in the bar. And there he is. There we go. Speaking of custom characters, my reception desk is not manned by me. We have Alice Secretaire. That's probably not how that's pronounced, but it's fine. Alice is level 3. Alice is an introvert and a nerd. And then we have Peter Archive, who is a caffeine addict. I relate to both of these people, but Peter, I'm so sorry. Get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and hire myself is what I'm going to do because I'm going to work in here, which is much better for us. So looking up here, I am a very big fan of this bar. I actually kind of love it. I'm a really, really big fan of how the bar is looking. It's pretty good. It's also apparently really warm in here, but that's all right. So great job. To complete your next task, you'll need to focus on sunbather guests. Attracting them requires your hotel to reach 3 stars, along with ensuring that some of your bedrooms meet their specific requirements. And don't forget to provide enough sunbeds to keep up with demand. Okay, so we need a critic to come through. There's a critic coming in a day, which is totally fine. Can I look at our temperature overview? So this room is very, very warm right now. I would like to get another air conditioning unit and I would like to put it, I want to say right there. And that's going to mean that we have to call in the small construction team, but I'd like to make sure that everywhere in this place is relatively chill. This looks to be our gym, which looks like it's struggling a little bit. So let me take out these 2, whatever they are, the fans. We have a third one over here. We'll take that out as well. We'll have the construction people come in and take those out. And then what we can do is go back into our air conditioning. We can turn on that filter again. And I want to just get these guys. I want to get some good air conditioning into this space. So is that another fan I have to get rid of, or is that being got rid of? It's being got rid of. Okay. So this is going to live here. This is going to live here. Let's find out if that is enough to cool the room down. I love that it's gradual as well. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. It also seems like it's being blocked by the walls, which is kind of amazing. That's really cool. Literally, that's really cool. Okay. I don't know if we need another one of these, but I'm going to put another one right there just to be safe and just to make sure that the room is nice and chill, which it now seems to be. And I don't think we have anywhere else in here that's too warm right now, which is lovely. So we'll turn off that visualizer because we don't really need it. And I guess we just need to get sunbathers in here. So how do I attract sunbathers to a room is the question. So was it going to tell me what they like? Do they like paintings? I honestly don't know. We have an ancient shield. Do they like ancient shields? I know backpackers like the arcade machine, boxing machines, the sporties. We've got Sporties like dartboards, apparently. That's good to know. Brats like the golf simulator. Okay, good for them. That's always good. Sporties like the protein thing. Oh man, what is this? The surf simulator for sunbathers. Okay, how big is the surf? Oh my God. Oh, we get 10 bedrooms occupied at the same time. Cool. This thing's a bit big. Can this go with a gym? Do we have room in here for this thing? I don't even know if it actually, I don't think it's allowed in that room. That might be slightly where does this go? Can it go outside? No. Oh man, this seems like the exact type of thing that should go outside. You know what I think we should do? I think we should expand the hotel and get more bedrooms in here. They might not be the type of bedroom that every guest is looking for, but I want to do this. What size am I going to do for in here? This is a bit of an odd shape. Well, not an odd shape. It's an annoying size. We have 3x3, a 4x3, and then over here we do a, yeah, so this is going to be a bedroom. This is going to be a bedroom. That could be a bathroom. This is going to be a bedroom, and this is going to be a bedroom. And then I guess we do a bathroom in, I want to say this corner could work. That could be the place for it. We could do it there, I guess, and tuck things away. For this place, bathroom maybe here. So you come in that way. That should be fine. Bathroom for this one. And then for you, I am going to say bathroom is, I don't know, right about there. Should be totally fine. So that'll kind of work. We are going to have to get rid of some things to make that happen. We're going to have to get rid of some bits of wall to make that happen as well. So delete this wall, and then we go through with our nice dark wood doors. So I think the way we'll do this is door right here, door right here. We're going to have a door here, and I want to say a door here. So none of these rooms are really going to be all that symmetrical, which is totally fine. Honestly, we can work with that. We have a lot of windows downstairs as well for some of these, which might be a bit much, but I like sort of carrying the windows through. Maybe not here, because that is a bathroom. So we can just ignore that is what we can do. This bedroom definitely should have a window on it. I think that's a great idea. So we'll do this and this. So both of them have some kind of window. And then over here, you can't stack these, which is really annoying. I don't think I want that big window right there. I think I'd like to delete can I delete the window? There we go. All right. And then I think we'll just do, I don't know, a medium window in the corner, I suppose could be the way to go. I really don't know on this one. Maybe a window here and here. We'll do something like that. That should be okay. This one, I want to say here and here. This one has a lot of windows. That might not be great for them, but that's what we're going for. And just because I'm a little bit impatient, we'll bring in the bigger construction team just to make sure that this all gets built out nice and quickly. And I'm also thinking I might try and do some kind of entertainment space over here so that we can get the surf machine. Ooh, who's in a bad mood? What's going on? One of my staff members is in a bad mood and consider resigning. Me? What's wrong with me? Oh, I'm too hot. Well, I mean, it's really no surprise. Let's put some air conditioning in here so I don't overwhelm the place with my hotness. that should have us in a good spot right there. Let's have a look at temperature. It is cooling down nicely, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I am still complaining, which is not ideal. There is also a broken air conditioning unit in that room, which has now been fixed. Let me take out these fans, because what we can do is put the actual air conditioning units in here. They might be a little bit better for us. So we'll do this and this, which will heat that place up a little bit. We'll do some air conditioning on this wall right here, just to make sure that's nice and cool as well. And then all of the rooms are going to need it too, but we'll figure that out in just a moment because the rooms need a lot more than just air conditioning. We'll continue the same floor through there. We could maybe do, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a minute. We could maybe do this in all of that space down there. That might look a little bit better to have that hallway sort of a different material on the walls, I think is the word I'm looking for. We'll do the same old wallpaper in all of the bedrooms. We will do the same brownish carpet in all the bedrooms, and we will do the same tiles in all of the bathrooms. Oh no, this was unexpected. We've just got a new hotel sign. We are a 3-star hotel already, which I was not expecting whatsoever, but I guess it checks out. We have a very good gym, apparently. Our restaurant is okay. The bar is great. The bartender sucks, but the bar itself is great. This is really surprising. I was not expecting that at all. Really, that's kind of great. Very, very pleased with that. We also have these rooms coming together, which I'm thrilled about. We're broke. Don't get me wrong. We have, minus $53,000, but other than the minus $53,000, we're doing all right. Is what we're doing. We're doing all right, and I can't complain about it. I will say, I did totally forget to put air conditioning in the bedrooms. So very quickly, let's look at fitting some air conditioning into these rooms. We'll do it above the wardrobes where we can, which is in all of them actually, which is great. And if we look at the temperature in here, I'm hoping once those things get fitted, I mean, it'll be obvious once they're fitted. There we go. That looks like it's going to cool the bathrooms down as well, at least a little bit. This one over here is struggling, but it should be all right. We should be okay, and we shouldn't have too much to worry about there. What I will say is we might also want more cleaners, because we've just added, what, 2 bedrooms up here, 4, we've added 6 bedrooms so far, and we have a lot more to do. We can get 4 more over here, we can get 4 up here, 4 up here. We can get a lot of people into this hotel, and I'm very excited to do that. I'm very, very excited about the idea of doing that. I will also say I don't entirely know what the, like, how do I, so, oh, is this how you can tell what they want? Okay. So they want the room to be more valuable is what brats want. Sunbathers want to be able to wash their body. Okay. So we're not going to get sunbathers in here, which is unfortunate. Although admittedly, we should be able to get sunbathers in here. No, they want an exterior window. Really? That's all they want? Hold on a minute. Does that mean that I could just, hold on. Does that mean I can just do this? Like if I just add this to these rooms, am I suddenly going to have sunbathers wanting to use them? Because if that's all it takes, then that's kind of hilarious. It's also really good, but still slightly funny. We'll go ahead and get these curtains on all 4 like that. We'll speed things up. And if I now hover over this room, yeah, sunbathers now want to use this room. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. Brats happen to want a $21,500 or more room value. They want a 4-star room. They want a premium bed, premium wardrobe, premium case stand, premium toilet basin, and be able to wash their body. Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, admittedly, yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade some rooms here and there, but yeah, we can do that. We can totally do that. We have room to expand. We're gonna have to get some really nice premium rooms for the brats, but we can do that. Let me send away my construction team and let me have a look at my list of staff right now. So we have 2 cleaners, which is fine. We have 1 chef, 2 waiters. I want to say we probably want another cleaner. I also would like to upgrade a lot of this stuff for the cleaning rooms. I think that would be a great idea. So let's have a look at our upgrades right now. I think laundry is something we want to stay on top of. So larger shelves seems like a great idea. A better washing machine and a drying cabinet seems good. And maybe a tumble dryer would be an idea as well. Because what we can do now is go in here and click to upgrade all of these, which does cost money to do, but they're all a little bit more efficient than what we had before. And it also means we probably don't need quite as many of these things. Like this gets upgraded into a drying thing. This, I want to say can probably, oh no, they store the same amount. I think they're just faster. Interesting. Okay, we'll upgrade you as well, I suppose. I want to call in the small construction team because I want to get rid of this is what I'd like to do. I'd like to move this to here. I'd like to move this to here, or maybe put them back to back would be a better idea so that there's just sort of a, no, that looks terrible. We'll just put them both on that wall. I think that's just the way to go. But that should be a little bit better for the cleaning room, which is fine, but I still want to hire another person. I think we still need another cleaner. So we have Casey Pillow, we have Zachary Moppings, we have Michael Flawless. You're a sheet champion, you're charismatic. I think we'll hire you, is what we'll do. And that should mean that all of the beds are getting made in good time, which, I mean, they're all made right now, which is perfect. We have 13 out of 14 people here, which is also perfect. We have someone coming to check in here. Currently checked in is this guy, but it looks like it's booked by someone else, which is perfect. This one's booked by a sporty. This, I want to say that's a sunbather. That absolutely is a sunbather, right? Yeah, there we go. So does that mean, yes, we have had 1 guest out of 10 use our sunbeds. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's get more sunbeds in here because that seems like something that's a great idea. We could also get more little flowers. I think that would be fun, which means we have to call back the small team, but this is good. We have sunbather guests now. It's very exciting. That's what we're looking for. It's what we need. And so this is good. We just need to get brats now. So I guess we just need to make money so that we can expand. I mean, we don't need to make, well, I say we don't need to make money. How, what is my current credit limit? It is currently 60,000. So actually we do need to make money because we absolutely cannot afford to go that far into debt right now, which is okay. That's manageable. I'm also just wondering, should I just expand the bathroom in this room so that we can have, well, no, it only needs to be premium anyway. I want to say that, yeah, we're going to build premium bedrooms up here is what we're going to do. This will be our premium space with the bar right down there. So this is just going to be more, this is going to be a mirror image of what we have. We're just going to be able to have 18 rooms now, which will make money and it will be good. It's just going to take a minute because we're really, I don't know if we're actually making money, to be quite honest with you. Although apparently I've unlocked scuba goggles for my character customization, which is fun. And we are at negative 35,000 now. So 100% people are, they're enjoying the hotel. We've got people checking in. We're making some money. We could go, we could, I want to say we have enough to build out a little bit more here. I want to say we have enough to build out a little bit more. I might be wrong, but I'm kind of thinking we might be able to. We have some sunbathers coming in as well, which is great. I do think this is just going to be, yeah, this is just going to be another sort of generic. That is 23,000. That's so much money. That's so much money. I don't have enough money to do that. Oh no. Okay, I need money. There we go. We can do this and then we can just bulldoze this wall. We'll bulldoze that wall. And I don't want to build that right now. I can't afford to. We have a critic here though. So if things go well, we will get some upgrade points, which means I can go further into debt, but we're going to be waiting a little bit to build out these other 4 rooms. But once we do, that's even more money. So it'll be fine. This game's economy is really weird. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really weird. Just the mechanic of being able to go horrendously into debt and then upgrade your credit limit is such, instead of just making a ton of money, it's like, yeah, you don't make a ton of money, but you can spend a ton of money and go into debt in the process. Who is this? Hi. This fella, this guy, Eric Longwalk, is loving life. Just running around shirtless. Good for Eric, honestly. I'm happy for him. Anyway, it is now the morning, which is when we should have guests checking out, which is when we should start making some money. Someone has broken their toilet, which is never good, but we should see, and we are starting to see some cash roll in, which is great. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and start putting some walls in here for 1,400 on that one. And I want to say that these rooms are, what do we need for these? So for sunbathers, they need to be able to wash. Okay. I feel like I could probably modify some of these. We got 5 upgrade points, which is great. So immediately, first thing we're doing is going horrendously into debt, because that's how this works. that's just how we're doing this. We have the combo laundry machine. Interesting. That would be really good to have, I think. I'd also like to maybe make the bar a little bit better would be an idea, just to get a bunch more drinks in there. Could be kind of fun. We'll do that in just a second. I think what I'd like to do is I would like to try modifying this bathroom a little bit, because we have, man, these ones over here are kind of, they're a fair bit bigger. What I'd like to do is move this, and I'm going to put it there, which doesn't seem like a great spot. I'm going to build out some walls here and here, which means this TV needs to move on to that wall for now. Well, you know what? Just delete the TV for now. That'll be fine. We need to bulldoze this, and then we need to put a new door in here for the bathroom, which is going to be right there. We don't have any construction people. We'll bring in a small team right now, and I'm going to go ahead and put some construction material in here because we are going to need it for all of this anyway. But if we tear this out and sort of change that around, I can say that all of this is now part of a bathroom. And then I can also go in and say that the floor needs to be changed, and that this needs to be changed, and that we need to make sure we have the same wallpaper in here as well, which is fine. If we look at the bedroom's furniture, I want to get a TV back on that wall because that's kind of important to me. And it's a little bit cramped. It is a little cramped. I'm going to move. Oh, does this guy make sense over there? Not really. I don't know. So, you know what? They can get past the case stand. It's totally fine. The bathroom, I want to put a shower in here is what I want to do. I want to make sure they have a shower. I want to make sure they're happy about it. We'll do a towel holder behind the door, and that should mean that we can get sunbathers into this room, which is what I'm looking for. If we have a look, we can absolutely get sunbathers in there. So we're gonna do that, but over here, basically. We're gonna mirror image this entire thing. Oh, and apparently my sunbathers have used sunbeds 10 times. I now have a tanning bed. Wow, your hotel is shaping up really nicely. Now you just need to attract those brats, reach 4 stars, and ensure you have bedrooms that meet their requirements. Yeah, we'll get there is what we'll do. It's gonna take a bit. We're probably not getting brats today, to be completely honest with you. So we're gonna have to continue this hotel in the next episode, but that's fine. That's fine. We can do that. It's not a big deal. Let's make sure that this is facing that way. Let's make sure, I want all these doors facing the opposite way to what they do on the other side. So you go that way, you go that way. Oh man, does it really matter what way the doors face? I really don't know if it does. It's fine though. This one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. And then for the windows, because those are important too, let's make sure everything lines up. So window, and then we have some windows here and here. We want to get a nice big window right here. We want a nice big window at the end of the hallway and in these rooms as well, which is great. So that should make people nice and happy. We can now go ahead and bulldoze this section of wall, and we can also get rid of this little chair down here. We will want to get more chairs in here, admittedly, because people do like places to sit. So while we're doing all this, let me grab you. And let me say I want a couch right here, and I want a couch. I'm going to have to put it right there once that bit of floor is done. But we're going to sort of just, like I said, mirror image this entire thing. We'll have a couch here. We'll do air conditioning in here as well. All the rooms need air conditioning and furniture and wallpaper and a lot of stuff. There's a lot of work to be done in here. But we are going to have 18 bedrooms as a result, which should be really good money. Okay, so with everything being placed and slowly coming together, this gives us a capacity of 18 guests at the hotel, which I want to say is kind of fantastic. It is taking a second for this whole thing to come together. Keeping in mind, we only have 6 workers on it this time versus the 12 that we had building pretty much everything else. We're also going to want to go in and make sure that the hallway has its good old panels, and we're going to want to make sure that we have air conditioning just over here as well. Everything is in the rooms at this point though. So we have the air conditioning, we have the beds, we have the carpets, the bedside tables. Everything they could want is in here, which means that these rooms are good for, well, this one is good for sunbathers. For brats, they want premium everything, which is going to be tricky because premium body wash, I want to say is going to be a shower or, well, no, a bath probably, I would imagine. Do I have I don't even have the premium stuff yet. Can I get the premium stuff? We have no upgrade points. So basically we need 4 upgrade points to get premium toilets and bedding. And then, oh, we need 6 for premium bathing. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't quite realize it was that extensive for the brats, but you know what? That's fine. That's totally okay. Let me go ahead and get another material site in here so that we can get all of this done that little bit sooner than later. Although I think most of the material work on this is done. I think it is just furniture that's being brought in now. So actually we can get rid of that material site because it is absolutely just furniture that needs to be brought up in here. Okay, so it is the morning, which is great. We are making money, which is also great. We have 15 or 14 out of 18 rooms currently occupied. I am noticing my cleaners, they are taking a little bit of time to get to all of the beds with fresh sheets, which is a little bit worrying. Also noticing things breaking kind of on the regular, so we might want to get more maintenance staff just to stay on top of that. If we look at our staff, actually, we do only have 1 in maintenance right now. So let's bring in Trendane Ruler, Pamela Fix-a-Lot, or Larry Pipeman. It's gotta be, he's loud though. He's a loud one, is old Pipeman, but he's also a slow worker. That name's great, but I honestly think, I think it's gonna be Pamela Fix-a-Lot. Yeah, it's gonna be Pamela Fix-a-Lot. So we'll bring you in to make sure things are fixed and, you know, high quality and whatnot. We do have a critic down here in this room, which is interesting to say the least. I'm also really wondering, like this bed, are we gonna get to this? Are we just gonna ignore it? I'm not really too sure what's going on with it. I wouldn't like a guest to not have any. Yeah, this one up here as well. I just have a feeling that we might need another cleaner or another cleaning room, because admittedly the cleaning room we have is all the way down here, which is a bit of a distance from everything else we have going on. So I don't know, we might need to think about it, but that's something we can think about in the next episode, because I think that is going to do us for today. I'm really happy with how this, I want to say museum, it's not a museum, this hotel. Very happy with how this hotel is coming together. I hope you are as well. I'm really enjoying this game. You're complaining about heat on the toilet. That's, you know what? Some people like heated toilet seats, so it's fine. We're going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been an absolute pleasure as always. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.